Welcome to my channel where we discuss everything and all things politics, economy, and development in Nigeria and around the world. The new Nigerian People's Party has expressed fear that the All Progressive Congress is turning Nigeria to a one-party state. Now, let me also tell the NNPP and the opposition parties who share similar fears that one-party state that the APC is planning will materialize faster than they think unless they mobilize the 15 million Nigerians, voters, who voted against President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the APC in the 2023 presidential election in Nigeria. I'm saying this because the opposition parties have lost their way. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the APC are getting away with things that they will never accept when they were in the opposition. But the present crop of leaders and their supporters are taking what the APC could not take when they were in opposition from 2012 until they collected the power from the PDP. Now, the new Nigerian People's Party is raising this alarm in a press conference in Abuja. But from what I will tell them, and to tell all Nigerians and all the opposition political parties, is that there are strong indications that this one-party state will happen quicker than the NNPP and other political parties think. Unless the 15 million Nigerians that voted against Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that rejected him in the election, unless they rise up and do what the APC did in 2012 and occupy Nigeria until they get a change, these people will take them for granted and continue to dish out policies and impoverish everyone until everyone will be forced to be a member of the APC. That is what is going to happen. There's no doubt about it. It's going to happen. But one thing you have to take note of is that there were about 15 million Nigerians that rejected Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Now, that 15 million Nigerians that rejected Bola Ahmed Tinubu is almost double the 8.7 million people that supposedly voted for him, through which INEC, the Independent National Electoral Commission, declared him the winner. If these 15 million people that voted against Bola Ahmed Tinubu, which include the 6.9 million that voted for Atiku Abubakar, 6.1 million that voted for Peter Obi, 1.4 million that voted for Rabiu Kwankwaso, and others, if they are to storm the streets to say we need a change, we want a reversal of the subsidy removal, the way that the Tinubu did it, they want a reversal on floating of the naira without being well thought of, which has now impoverished most Nigerians. They will be forced to think again. They will reverse the policy. In 2012, they forced Jonathan to reverse it. This thing they did now, this removal of fuel subsidy, is no rocket science. Jonathan tried it in 2012. These same people who are now in charge, they couldn't take it. But the opposition are not doing that. They are not doing that. They removed the subsidy. They floated the naira. Everyone is suffering. What the opposition parties were waiting for is for Nigerian Labour Congress to go on strike, to protest on their behalf. They're not serious. It is the duty of the opposition parties to storm the streets, to say enough is enough. Just the same way that Bola Ahmed Tinubu and others who are leaders of APC today stormed the streets in January 2012 to say enough is enough. We can't take this from Jonathan. And Jonathan was forced to backpedal. But if the opposition left everything for the Nigerian Labour Congress, which unfortunately has become a toothless bulldog, then they better know it that they will gradually take over every of their small gains in the last 2023 presidential election and other election in the last general election. The opposition parties should know that they have Nigerians behind them who rejected Bola Ahmed Tinubu. 15 million people voted against him. All the votes that Atiku got, all the votes that Peter Obi got, all the votes that Rabi Kwankwaso got, they were all against Bola Ahmed Tinubu becoming president. It was against APC producing the president. So they can be able to mobilize 15 million people to say enough is enough. Nigerians have suffered enough. They can't take this. Instead of mourning and be asking for the international community to come and assist them. Which international community? International community that are already cutting deals with the APC government. Any deal they could cut that will give them access to Nigeria's oil, they will cut it. They don't give a damn. They don't care about you. The APC, the NNPP is calling on the international community. Which international? What would they do? Is it not the same international community that have been protesting, that their citizens are protesting all over the world about the war going on in Gaza and Israel? Has it changed anything? You better take your destiny in your own hands. That's what the opposition need. Take your destiny in your own hand. It's not to be a crying baby. APC didn't do that. They were strategic. They ran Jonathan out of town. It is not with clear eye that you see Jonathan considered defeat in 2015. He was literally left with no choice. He can't say that he was happy to be literally chased away from the villa with his tails between his legs. It was because the opposition couldn't take what they consider rubbish from Jonathan. And they were frontal. They were using the press, they were using the street, they were using everything to intimidate him out of office, to intimidate him to change his policies. So if the opposition parties are serious, if NNPP is serious, because I did a video where I was saying it, that the presidential candidate of NNPP had been too quiet. We have seen at least some comments coming out from Peter Obi of the Labour Party, coming from Atiku Abubakar of the PDP. You hardly hear anything. It's appeared as if Rabi Musa Kwankwaso is happy with the state of the nation. The only reason why they are now making noise now is because there seems to be a spirited effort to take away Kanu from them. So if the opposition are serious, they have the backing of most Nigerians. Most Nigerians that rejected Bola Ahmed Tinubu are the APC, who wanted a new Nigeria, who wanted a change in 2023. Nigerians suffered under the APC in the last 8 years, passed through about 3 recessions. Buhari administration took Nigeria to bankruptcy, as they have now admitted. There was so much hardship in the land that there is no reasonable person who is feeling the pinch of Nigerian economy that will vote for APC in 2023, but for the alleged manipulation by the INEC. How could even Tinubu get the 8.7 million votes that we're talking about, that has support, has 8.7 million votes? So these are realities on the ground. So if the NNPP is serious, they better liaise with the other opposition parties and see how they could be able to call the government to order in its policies and make them realize that this country is owned collectively. It doesn't belong to the APC. It doesn't belong to Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It belongs to all of us. Until they do that, the road to one-party state is already well paved. Because with the spread of poverty in the country right now, almost everybody would like to join APC so that at least they can get their daily bread, because poverty and hunger has become the weapon of mass destruction in the country. Because the impoverishment of Nigerians will make even those who are principled to think again to be in opposition. But it doesn't have to be that way. The opposition in Nigeria should be able to learn from the APC and reject the kind of things that APC rejected from the PDP and not accept it. That's what I want to say about this NNPP crying out about the state of the nation. According to the NNPP, that they are in the press conference held by their national chairman, he said Nigerians must rise up and resist the APC from turning the country to a one-party state. Yeah, Nigerians have to take a stand. They shouldn't leave it for the Labour Party, for the Labour Union. The Labour Union, as I said, is a toothless bulldog. In any case, how many are there? How many people belong to the Labour Union? Perhaps the 2% or 5% of Nigerians who are public servants. And then some organized private sector. And if you calculate the number of those who belong to union in this country, they don't reach up to 5% or 10% of Nigerian population. So the power belongs to the Nigerian people. Those 15 million people that rejected Bola Ahmed Tinubu at the polls are the weapons that the opposition can use to call the government to order when it's going wrong in its policies, instead of being a crying baby, talking about that they want to turn the country into a one party. They will turn it unless the opposition parties say enough is enough. Already there are disappointments everywhere. You can see how Labour Party lawmakers has now immersed themselves into the National Assembly. They were advised to reject the 160 million naira jeep for each lawmaker, and they refused. You have not heard their voice in condemnation of so many things going on in the country, as long as their allowances and whatever is given to them. So you can't rely on this kind of people to make any difference. It is the voters of Nigerians, voters of Nigeria, those who rejected President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the APC. They are in the overwhelming majority in this country. You can see that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, despite the manipulations, alleged manipulation, he was only able to be declared president by 8.7 million, the lowest ever in Nigeria's history, presidential history. So he is running a minority government, sort of, with the mandate of the minute minority of Nigerian voting public. Because the people that rejected him based on the INEC's alleged manipulated figures of 2023 election are almost double those who supported him, who voted for him, who gave him the 8.7 million votes. The 8.7 million votes in which a star witness for Peter Obi at the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal was able to prove, but they rejected his proof, that 2.5 million votes were added to Bola Ahmed Tinubu through blood resources that nothing was written in it. And those 2.5 million votes that was allocated to Bola Ahmed Tinubu originated from 18,088 votes. Result sheets. 18,088 result sheets. Nothing was written in them, they were blood. But out of these 18,088 blood result sheets, INEC allocated 2.5 million votes for Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Now, if it were in a climb where things are done transparently, if you subtract that 2.5 million votes, as P2B demanded, from Bola Ahmed Tinubu's 8.7 million votes, it's only about 6.2 million people that actually voted for Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So you can see that he doesn't have the support of majority of Nigeria, yet he's taking a widespread decision that is affecting 15 million voters and the rest of the country who never voted for him. So if the opposition really want to do their job well, is to be able to mobilize these anti-Tinubu voters to say enough is enough. The same way Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his people mobilized against Jonathan in 2012 and forced Jonathan to take back his removal of fuel subsidy. And if they were able to push it very well, Tinubu will be forced to reverse this floating of the naira, which has contributed to the suffering of Nigerians. These are my take in the NNPP press conference, where they are lamenting about this development of APC turning Nigeria to a one-party state. Okay, that's my take. Now, in the press conference, the acting national chairman of APC of NNPP made reference to what is happening to them in Kano. He said, for our party, and we are sure for INEC as well, the issue of membership of candidates is a non-issue, since the system of nomination is designed by INEC in such a way that only registered members can be nominated and uploaded onto the portal. Here he was talking about the fact that the Court of Appeal, one of the grounds in which the election of the NNPP governor in Kano was nullified was that he was not a registered member of the party as at the time the election took place. He went on to say that it is therefore unbelievable that the appeal court will refuse to look at the merit of our party's appeal and cling to the erroneous issue of membership that has already been settled severally by both the appeal and Supreme Courts. We are therefore informing all members of the NNPP and indeed all Nigerians that our party has already briefed our lawyers to appeal this injustice at the Supreme Court. We believe the Supreme Court will correct the errors of the tribunal and the appeal court and restore the mandate of the good people of Kano State by reaffirming Alhaji Abba Kabir Yusuf as the duly elected governor of Kano State. We are not unmindful of the political desperation of the APC leaders in Kano, who were roundly rejected at the polls and who are now scampering to hijack power at all costs through the chambers of the courts, as they did in 2019. We are therefore calling on well-meaning Nigerians to intervene in the Kano situation, as it is increasingly becoming the test case for the survival of democracy in Nigeria and the credibility of the judicial system. NNPP National Chairman Abba Kawu Ali said. Now, besides talking about the fact that APC is planning to turn the country into a one-party state, he talked about the situation in Kano, where the governor has been sacked by the appeal court, just similar to his sacking by the tribunal. And now the only hope for them is the Supreme Court. The truth of the matter remains that eternal vigilance is the only thing that can sustain Nigeria's democracy. And the opposition in Nigeria today has to go and study the strategy that the APC use against the PDP and ensure that they apply it and even more if they are serious about challenging these people in 2027. If not, like NNPP feared and so many others too, this country is headed for a one-party state. They have to learn from APC what APC could not take under Jonathan, under the PDP administration. The present opposition should not take it. If they continue to take it, they will become irrelevant in the next 4 years, and the one-party state will beckon. That's my case, and I rest my case. Thank you for watching this video, and if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, Google will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.